Hi, Lee Phillips here again. I want to talk about dormant LLCs, dormant corporations, the dormant company. Everybody goes to the seminar, they get the promo talk, and by golly, they're talked into doing a corporation or an LLC because it's going to solve the world's problem, well, their problems anyway. And they usually do it in Nevada or Delaware, or Colorado or New Mexico or wherever, which is totally wrong. That's another YouTube video. But they set up this company and then they never do anything with it. They never even open a bank account. They never buy a piece of real estate. They never do anything with the company. Oh yeah, they've got the company and they sit there and they pay the state fees every year, and if it's in Nevada or Delaware and you're living in Ohio, you have to pay the registered agent guy, so they pay him and he's making great money because you're not doing anything anyway. So what do you do when you have a company that is not active, not doing anything? Well, you know, everybody says, good, you got it. It's an aged corporation. It's an aged LLC. That's great. Because when you go down to the bank or when you go to Home Depot or Office Supplies or whoever to get a line of credit or to get an accounts receivable, they always ask you, how long has your company been around? And you want to say it's been around since 1901. But does it really make any difference? Not really. You're going to be signing personally on that account. I will guarantee it. And it just doesn't make that big of a deal. You open up a bank account. They always ask you how long. You have an aged corporation. It's much easier. No, it isn't much easier. It's about the same. 1. 2, the aged corporation is a big liability. If you have a company, LLC, corporation, limited partnership, whatever it is, and you're not using it, get rid of it. Kill it. How you kill it is another YouTube video. We don't have time to go through all of that. But why do you want to kill it? Well, 1, it's a liability to you. It's a tax liability. Are you filing a tax return? Well, you never did anything with it. You never even opened up a bank account. Well, that guy in Nevada, when he helped you set up your LLC, your corporation, he got a tax ID number for you, didn't he? Or you got your own tax ID number. You've never done anything with it. Just forget about the tax ID number. Well, I got a little bippy for you. As soon as you get the tax ID number, somehow the IRS has this illogical expectation that you're going to be paying taxes. So they're looking for a tax return. You don't have any income. 0. No bank account. Nothing. Why file taxes? Well, if you're an LLC or corporation taxed as an S corporation or a C corporation, it's taxed under subchapter S of the IRS code or chapter C of the IRS code. Then the IRS not only says you should be paying taxes, if you're not paying taxes, they got a little penalty bippy for you. Started out years ago at I think about $60, and last I heard it was up to $195. That's $195 per month per owner, per member of the LLC, per stockholder of the corporation. $195 per month for every month that the tax return isn't filed. I don't care if it's 0. I don't care if you didn't owe anybody money. No, you don't owe a tax, but you have the penalties. And I've had people call me up and work with us in our office. They've got $60,000, $70,000, $80,000 in these penalties. The IRS will ultimately figure out that you have a company, a tax ID number, that you are not filing a tax return for. That's a big deal, guys. The other issue is it's a liability in that it's an audit risk. There's an audit lottery. You win the lottery, you get audited. Well, that's okay. I got this company, it doesn't do anything, 0, no big deal. I got news for you. Once the IRS, the camel, gets his nose in the tent, he's going to look at everything. They come into my office ostensibly to look at this. They sit down and they look at every check you've ever written, every company you have, your personal stuff, everything. Oh, they can't go on a fishing trip like that? Tell them about it when they're across the desk from you, okay? Why have the audit risk out there? Just go ahead and kill the company. If you're not doing anything with it, there's really no advantage to an aged company unless you're going to be selling stock or something, and you're not. And it's a liability to you from the IRS's standpoint, if nothing else. And you have to keep paying the state fees. If you're in California or New York or New Jersey or one of them foreign countries, then that's a big deal. A lot of states, not a big deal, but you still pay the fee. If it's in a state where you're not a resident, you have to have the registered agent. You have to pay their fees. It adds up, guys. Now, exactly why do you have this company? Let's just kill the dormant company, LLC, corporation, partnership, whatever it is. Get it off the books and get rid of it.